Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with the Midday News. The headlines. India strongly hits back at Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan's speech at the UN General Assembly, says Indian citizens need no one to speak on their behalf. Daytime restrictions lifted in all police station areas of Kashmir Valley. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh commissions the indigenously built Kalvari class diesel electric submarine INS Khanderi in Mumbai today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to share his thoughts with the people across the country and abroad in his Man Ki Baat program on All India Radio tomorrow. Afghanistan goes to polls today to elect a new president. And in hockey, Indian women beat Great Britain 2-1 in the first match of the 5-match series at Marlow. India has said that its citizens do not need anyone else to speak on their behalf, and least of all those who have built an industry of terrorism from the ideology of hate. Exercising the right of reply, First Secretary of India's permanent mission to the United Nations, Vidisha Moitro said that unfortunately what is heard from Pakistan's Prime Minister was a callous portrayal of the world in binary terms. Strongly hitting back at Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan's statement at the 74th session of the UN General Assembly, Moitro said it is a script that fosters divisiveness at the United Nations. She said that rarely has the General Assembly witnessed such misuse, rather abuse of an opportunity to reflect.
While Pakistan has ventured to upstream terrorism and downstream hate speech there, India is going ahead with mainstreaming development in Jammu and Kashmir. The mainstreaming of Jammu and Kashmir as well as Ladakh in India's thriving and vibrant democracy with a millennia-old heritage of diversity, pluralism and tolerance is well and truly underway. The citizens of India do not need anyone else to speak on their behalf, least of all those who have built an industry of terrorism from the ideology of hate.
Ms. Moitro said a few questions that Pakistan can respond to as a precursor to the proposed verification is that would Khan deny to the city of New York that he was an open defender of Osama bin Laden? Could Pakistan confirm the fact that it is home to 130 UN designated terrorists and 25 terrorist entities listed by the UN as of today? She further asked, would Pakistan acknowledge that it is the only government in the world that provides pension to an individual listed by the UN in the Al-Qaeda and Daesh sanctions list?
Prime Minister Imran Khan's threat of unleashing nuclear devastation qualifies as brinksmanship, not statesmanship. Prime Minister Khan's justification of terrorism was brazen and incendiary. Having mainstreamed terrorism and hate speech, Pakistan is trying to play its wild card as the newfound champion of human rights. This is a country that has shrunk the size of its minority community from 23% in 1947 to 3% today.
India today took strong note of reference made by Chinese Foreign Minister Wang to Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh in his address at the UN General Assembly. In a statement, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Ravish Kumar said these are the integral parts of India and that the recent developments relating to the region were entirely an internal matter of the country. He said New Delhi expects other countries to respect India's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Prime Minister Narendra Modi left for New Delhi after a brief halt at the German city of Frankfurt a short while ago. He had departed from New York last night after the week-long visit to the United States. Mr. Modi is scheduled to reach New Delhi late this evening. In the United States, a top senator has said that America's relationship with India is critically important and it has made considerable strides in recent years. Senator Bob Menendez, ranking member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, said that both countries need to continue growing this relationship. Ahead of his India trip as part of the congressional delegation, Menendez said the trade and defense relationship between the two countries has grown and people-to-people ties are as strong as ever. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina of Bangladesh has outlined a 4-point proposal at the UN to resolve the Rohingya crisis. Speaking at the 74th session of the United Nations General Assembly, UNGA in New York yesterday, she said the Rohingya crisis is now becoming a regional threat which requires urgent intervention from the international community for a permanent solution. Ms. Hasina said the voluntary return of the Rohingyas to their homes in the Rakhine state in safety, security and dignity is the only solution to the crisis. She said Bangladesh will continue to engage with Myanmar for the repatriation of Rohingyas. In Jammu and Kashmir, the state administration has lifted daytime restrictions from all the 22 districts following the improvements in the situation. This was stated by Secretary, Department of Information and Public Relations, J&K Government, Manoj Kumar Dwivedi. In a tweet, Mr. Dwivedi said that the valley is free from all the daytime restrictions. However, deployment of security forces remain across Kashmir. Meanwhile, in view of improvement in the situation with vendors and rehriwalas putting their stalls on the roadside in the valley, people in large numbers thronging to these stalls to make purchases of essential commodities. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts.
मम्मी, मैं तैयार हूँ बाजार जाने के लिए। आपने कपड़े का थैला रख लिया है ना? प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा है
इस 2 अक्टूबर को हम भारत को सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक, क्या इससे देश को मुक्ति दिला सकते हैं? मैं तो सभी दुकानदारों से आग्रह करूंगा, एक बोर्ड ये भी लगा दीजिए, कृपा करके हमसे प्लास्टिक की थैली की अपेक्षा न करें। आप अपने घर से कपड़े का थैला लेकर के आइए। जूट के थैले हो, कपड़े के थैले हो, मेरे किसान को मदद करेगा। गरीब विधवा माँ जो सिलाई करती होगी उसको मदद करेगा। यानी हमारा एक छोटा सा निर्णय भी सामान्य मानवी के जीवन में किस प्रकार से बदलाव ला सकता है, हम उस दिशा में काम करें।
क्या आपने रखा है अपने साथ कपड़े का थैला?
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today said that Pakistan should understand that today, with strong resolve of a government and advancement in naval capacity, the country is capable of giving much bigger blow to it. He was speaking after commissioning of India's second-class indigenously built submarine INS Khanderi in Mumbai. He said that the government is committed to fulfill the needs of our defence forces. He added that some bad powers are trying to launch attack like the 2611, but we will never let that happen as we have our preparedness.
भारतीय नौसेना को मजबूती देने के लिए हम कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ेंगे। आधुनिक अस्त्र शस्त्र से लैस भारतीय नौसेना किसी भी पीस लविंग नेशन के लिए कोई खतरा नहीं है कि भारतीय नौसेना इंडियन ओशन रीजन के सभी छोटे बड़े देशों में भरोसा और परस्पर विश्वास पैदा करना चाहती है। मगर कुछ ऐसी ताकतें हैं जिनकी हसरतें नापाक हैं, लेकिन उनके इरादे किसी भी सूरत में कामयाब नहीं होंगे।
A report.
This second class of Scorpion submarine is capable to fire torpedoes, missiles and mines. It has heavyweight anti-ship and anti-submarine torpedoes. It has an advanced stealth technology with lesser noise from its machinery, which helps to prevent enemies from detecting the submarine. INS Khanderi's undersea warfare capability comprises a cluster of integrated advanced weapons and sensors. Its sonar suite enables long-range detection and classification. When identified, INS Khanderi may choose to engage the enemy by utilizing either missiles or torpedoes. Nivedita Bhorkar, AIR News, Mumbai.
Mr. Singh stated that construction of the submarine is benefiting industries indirectly through Make in India program, while Navy's special partnership with the French Navy will touch new heights. On the occasion, the Defence Minister also launched INS Nilgiri, the first ship of the P-17A frigate, and inaugurated world-class aircraft carrier dock in Mumbai. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman today said a ministry has given specific directions to the central public sector undertakings, CPSUs, to undertake a drive to clear payments post-arbitrations up to 15th of October. Briefing media after a meeting with the heads of major CPSUs in New Delhi today, Ms. Sitharaman said the ministry asked them if there were any hurdles in honouring of arbitration awards by CPSUs. She said the enterprises have been asked to review all post-arbitration counterclaims. She reviewed total capital expenditure, CAPEX in 2019-20 till now and planned for future CAPEX in the current financial year. In Bihar, normal life has been thrown out of gear following torrential rains in several parts of the state since 48 hours. A red alert has been sounded in 24 districts including Patna, Bhojpur, Buxar, Darbhanga and Samastipur due to heavy downpour. Around 130 to 150 mm rains have been recorded at most of the places. Low-lying areas have been submerged. Chief Minister Nitish Kumar has convened an emergency meeting and reviewed the situation arising out after widespread and continuous rains. The teams of NDRF and SDRF have been sent in flood-affected areas to meet any eventuality. This is All India Radio giving you the news.
बेटा कहाँ चले?
मैं चला पार्क। वहाँ होंगे कॉलोनी के सारे बच्चे। हम सब मिलकर चलाएंगे स्वच्छता का अभियान। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा है
हम 2 अक्टूबर से पहले लगभग 2 सप्ताह तक देश भर में स्वच्छता ही सेवा अभियान चलाते हैं। इस बार यह 11 सितंबर से शुरू होगा। इस दौरान हम अपने अपने घरों से बाहर निकलकर श्रमदान के जरिए महात्मा गांधी को कार्यांजलि देंगे। पूरे देश में प्लास्टिक के खिलाफ एक नए जन आंदोलन की नींव रखेंगे।
स्वच्छता का ये अभियान चलाना है और सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक को हटाना है।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thoughts with the people across the country and abroad in his Man Ki Baat program on All India Radio tomorrow at 11 a.m. It will be the 57th episode of the monthly radio program. It will be broadcast on the entire network of AIR and Doordarshan and also on AIR News website www.newsonair.nic.in and News on AIR mobile app. It will also be streamed live on the YouTube channels of the PMO, IND Ministry, AIR and DD News. AIR will broadcast the program in regional languages immediately after the Hindi broadcast. The regional language versions will also be repeated at 8 p.m. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has greeted people on the occasion of Mahalaya. In a tweet, he said the entire country prays for the abundance of happiness in people's lives. He hoped that everyone will be healthy and prosperous and the blessings of Ma Durga always remain on the society. The working president of BJP, JP Nadda, took part in a mass tarpan for party workers who lost their lives in political violences in West Bengal in the last few years. Mr. Nadda performed the tarpan on banks of River Ganga at Bagh Bazar in North Kolkata this morning. Melody Queen Bharat Ratna Lata Mangeshkar turned 90 today. The most respected playback singer of India and Dada Saheb Phalke awardee, Lata has recorded songs in over 1,000 Hindi films. She sang in over 36 regional Indian and foreign languages. President Rajnath Singh extended greetings and good wishes to Lata Mangeshkar. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister today paid tributes to Shahid Bhagat Singh on his birth anniversary. In a tweet, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu said, Bhagat Singh's valor and courage and the great sacrifice made by him for the country's freedom will continue to inspire every Indian for all times. He said the nation is ever grateful to the iconic nationalist. In Afghanistan, polling is underway for presidential election amid heavy security, the fourth since the fall of the Taliban in 2001. Meanwhile, explosions and a rocket attack left 2 people dead and several others wounded today, hours after voting began to elect a new president. A hospital official in the southern city of Kandahar said 15 people were injured in the first blast inside a mosque that was being used as a polling station. A second explosion at a polling station in Sork Rod district in eastern Nangarhar left 1 person dead and 3 others wounded. The presidential election has been contested by 15 candidates with incumbent President Ashraf Ghani and Chief Executive Abdullah Seen as the top contenders. In hockey, Indian women beat Great Britain 2-1 at Marlow yesterday in the first match of the 5-match series being held in the United Kingdom. It was a brilliant victory for India after trailing 0-1 as goals from Sharmila Devi and Gurjeet Kaur sealed the issue for the visiting side. In the first quarter, neither team managed to break the deadlock despite sporadic attacks from both teams. In the second quarter, India took control of the game and won a couple of penalty corners in the first few minutes. Great Britain broke through first in the final quarter with Emily Defron scoring in the 46th minute to give her team the much-needed lead. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. India strongly hits back at Pakistan. Prime Minister Imran Khan's speech at UN General Assembly says Indian citizens need no one to speak on their behalf. Daytime restrictions lifted in all police station areas of Kashmir Valley. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh commissions the indigenously built Kalvari class diesel electric submarine INS Khanderi in Mumbai today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to share his thoughts with the people across the country and abroad in his Man Ki Baat program on All India Radio tomorrow. And with that we end the midday news.